So welcome back to Crazy Love or Nothing. And today we're going to be talking about money. And this is so important because it keeps coming up with a lot of my clients. And I want you to take some of the advice, the gold advice that I've been telling them. And so let's get into it. A lot of times there's this fear of talking about money on dates or with people that you're dating. And I want to be crystal clear. Money is, and you've heard it, by the way, you've heard it. How many times do you hear people get divorced because of financial reasons? They're fighting about money and whatever. But it's interesting that you don't talk about money and you avoid the topic as much as you can. And so, like, just thinking about my journey with my husband of 18 years and thinking about where we were at when we first met and how things have been, it's really important because, a lot of my women in my programs, I have group programs and private one-on-one coaching, right? Which, side note, by the way, make sure you click the link if you're interested, because I am opening the doors for my 6-month group coaching program. So you can get on a call with my team to see if it's a good fit for you. I would absolutely love for you women that are listening, that are wanting to take action in your love life. I'm obsessed with this program, How to Find Crazy Love Fast. It works. It's freaking phenomenal how many women have been finding love and like their person and having babies and all the magic. So anyway, click the link if you want to know more about that. So back to what I was saying. In terms of the money, a lot of my clients, like, they're all freaking badasses, killing in their career, like really financially responsible and financially savvy. And their experience has been losers. And so they're very scared of, like, oh my gosh, like, I don't want to date another loser. And so this was my problem too. I used to date a lot of guys that were losers, and I made it a point to not date that, right? So when I met Will was super, like, green light galore, because he went to MIT, one of the best schools, right, in the world for engineering. He was an engineer. He had a job. I'm like, check, like, oh my God, awesome. But that's not the only reason, right? I was like, obviously that's a plus, right? But also he had bought an apartment in Coconut Grove, which is a super nice part in Miami. He was like really financially, like, intelligent and responsible. But that being said, I, on the other hand, I was not. Like, I had some debt already. He had zero debt. Like, I think his debt was $1,000, you guys. Like, it was actually crazy. And I was the more, like, crazy one. Like, I was like, whatever, it's okay. Like, even on a honeymoon, I'm like, let's put it on the credit card. Let's, like, carpe diem. Like, whatever. If we don't have the money, it's fine. And I've been like that. So take note of this, right? Because if you are very financially savvy and, like, intelligent, and you invest your money, and then you're also looking for a partner that's exactly like that, you may not be finding that at all. And so I don't want you to say bye-bye to someone that may not be at your exact same level. So, like, Will was very financially intelligent and aware and responsible, and I wasn't. I'm so happy that Will didn't say bye-bye to me, because the thing is that I think the most important thing was that I really had that growth mindset. I saw us as a team. I felt like, yes, I wasn't too aware and I didn't know much, but I wanted to learn, and I wanted for us to kill it together. I wanted us to be doing life in the best way possible. Have I been the one that takes, like, more risks? Have I been the one that is like, when we were living in Miami, I'm the one that was like, let's go and live in the Canary Islands. Like, let's go to Spain and, like, fuck it. Like, forget the United States. Let's do something crazy. And that's beautiful. Like, understand the beauty of that. Like, if I was exactly like Will was a Boy Scout until he was 18. Like, he would be like, we belong in Miami, work and, like, live there and die there. And I was that dreamer and that let's take risk kind of person. And he was open-minded. I was open-minded to his things, and he was open-minded to my ideas. And I swear to you, that is why we are still obsessed with each other. Like, this is why, like, we are not at all the same. We're not like, oh, we're exactly identical and everything we do is the same. No, it's like we actually have so much to offer, and we add value to this relationship, to each other. and we're always so curious about each other. Like, and he always says, he's like, oh my God, like if I could just know what you're thinking. Like, he's always like, the things that come out of my mouth. He's always like, what? It's like never a dull moment, right? And like with him, I feel like safe with him because he is always overlooking the finances, right? And I am the one that's a little bit more adventurous and crazy, but I know he's got us, right? So he makes it feel safe for me to be adventurous and take risks and stuff like that. I literally just chose to get into this huge, amazing coaching program. It's not freaking cheap, you guys. And I felt it in my gut. I was like, this is what I need to do. Like, this business just keeps growing and elevating. And I'm like, fuck yes, let's go. And he always has my back. He's like, you know what? Like, this isn't part of the plan, right? Like, whatever. And he's like, but fuck it. Like, he doesn't say fuck it. He was like, yes, of course. Like, if you want to do that, like, let's go. Like, I support you for sure, And he always knows every time I make these crazy decisions, it's always going to benefit us, always. And so I feel like as you're navigating your life and dating people, right? I do not go into it being like, they have to have the exact same thoughts and beliefs about money. Like, they may have been brought up in a place like they struggled having money, right? And maybe you had it. And that was kind of like my situation. I grew up with money, even though my parents tried to make me believe we didn't have money. My parents were immigrants, from Cuba and Ecuador, like lost, my mom lost everything, was an exile from Cuba. Castro took everything. So like I grew up, really like feeling like, oh shit, we don't have much, but we did have a lot, right? So either way, that's a whole other freaking conversation. But the point is that Will, grew up in a place that wasn't as abundant as my upbringing was, right? So we had totally different upbringings, and I went to private school, I went to public school, la-di-da, like all these things. At the end of the day, what really was so important, more important than any of that, is what was our vision? What was our vision for our life? Were we aligned? What are the things that we really wanted? And Will wanted to grow. He was ambitious. He was like, yeah, I want to have all the things. Like, I want to enjoy life. I want to travel. I want to go to the nicest places and like, let's go. Like, he was so curious about my lifestyle and what I was about, and he loved it. Even though he loved camping and shit, even though I went camping with him twice, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Yeah, I prefer, like, I'm a little bougie. I prefer like the nicer hotels, right? The point is that he was totally accepting of me and who I was and open to that. And I was open and accepting to him. And at the end of the day, like, I am telling you something, I cherish exactly who he is, and he brings so much value into our lives, my family, and I'm obsessed, right? Like, I feel like this is the magic, that not finding someone that's exactly like you. But just keep in mind, as you're navigating this, I would never want you to be so like, you have your shit together, you worked really hard for your money, and you have someone coming into your life that does not care about money, that does not have, any ambition, and he's a fucking loser. Then I would be like, bye, screw that. Do you notice the difference? Like, Will was all about growth, ambition, like, yes, let's go. He added value to my life. I added value to his life. I wasn't just going to suck like the money and be like, fuck it, like, you're, all the things that he worked for, take it away. No, like, we both have big dreams and we go for it, right? And so I think, be clear about your vision for your life. The person that you're dating, are they also aligned with that vision? Are they going to help you get to that vision or even expand on it? Or are they going to drain your beautiful energy and take away from your dream, and you, like, that dream that you had, and those actions that you've taken to get to that abundance, are they going to take that away from you? In that case, fuck that, bye. Okay, like, truly hear that. I've been with guys like that, and it's awful, it's draining, and I want you to understand there's another door available to you that exists, that, oh my gosh, you can have it all. You can have a man that supports your dreams. He may not be totally financially savvy as you, but that is okay, as long as he's open-minded, he's intelligent, he has his shit taken care of. Does he live alone? Is he independent? Is he paying the bills? Is he, like, paying for your dates. Like in the beginning, he should be courting you. Like you're not picking up the bills. Like these things about money is important, and talk about it. Don't be scared about mentioning like, oh my gosh, like what's your vision? Like, oh, in your work, are you gonna, are you thinking of like, are you happy at your job? Is there room for growth? Be curious, see where they're at. And if they're giving vibes of loser, then it's not aligned to you. Bye bye. If they are aligned, then yes, awesome. But be freaking fearless. Fearless in asking these questions about money. So important. And I just want you to know and remember, crazy love, it has to be crazy love or nothing. And until next time, thank you for listening. Bye. They've underestimated all the secrets.